Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host Sam, and we are back again with another one, with one of the best games that we had today. We just watched Manchester City play against Chelsea at their home ground at the Etihad, and the game finished Manchester City won, Chelsea won. Now this is an exciting result. I'm gonna try to explain what I mean and exactly what does this actually lead into. It's exciting times, as well as the other games which were played today. We just witnessed Burnley being walloped by Arsenal by 5 goals to 0, and also other games that happened. So we're gonna be here. We're gonna be talking about it. I wanna hear your thoughts in the comment section, and also do me a favor. Click the like button, subscribe to the Connect, one of the best ways to support us. Let's get into the victory. So today, the title hands. The title race moved back to Liverpool's hands, as well as Arsenal, to be honest, when you look at it. Because as much as it is in Liverpool's hands, it's really a one-legged Liverpool. Drink some water, by the way, while you're watching. It's a one-legged Liverpool, because the injuries are just getting a lot. But anyway, we're going to get into it. So I'm just going to give you a quick review of all the games which were played today on a Saturday, tell you of my thoughts, and we'll start talking about the big game, Manchester City versus Chelsea. So Liverpool beat Brentford by 4 goals to 1. Burnley were beaten by 5 goals to 0 by Arsenal. Aston Villa won by 2 goals to 1 against Fulham. And Newcastle drew to Bournemouth 2-2. A good game, by the way. Nottingham Forest, by the way, beat West Ham by 2 goals to 0. There was a red card in that game. We have to be clear about this, by the way. And Tottenham Spurs were beaten by Wolves by 2 goals to 1. One of the games I watched this game, it was amazing, by the way. Then the last game, 1-1, Chelsea. Sterling coming back and hurting his former side. Cole Palmer did the same, and I feel like there should have been more goals. So let's talk about the bigger game. How does Maurizio Pochettino always seems like always to know how to play against Pep Guardiola? How does he always find a way? And how was he able to work out how to stop this City from hurting them? And how was he able to stop the gunmen of Man City from actually getting the chance to put those shots and try to hurt the team? Because all of those things came together and it worked so well to help this team to actually get the victory at the end of the day. I'm going to talk about it in this video, so it's going to be an exciting video. So I hope you are excited, and I want to hear what you guys thought of it. So let's talk about it. Disasi. I've never really given any Chelsea defender some praise, because I always felt like they were average and stuff. Today, I saw teamwork. Cowell and Disasi, what they did today was out of this world. Any threat which was coming on the right, Cowell was dealing with it. Any threat that was coming from the left, Disasi was dealing with it. Oh, am I confusing this? I mean the left of Chelsea, but no. The right of Chelsea was Disasi. The left of this one is this one. Also, Malik Gusto was very important. Chilwell were very important in the defense. And I saw something that I really didn't notice, but it took some time for me to actually see. Every single time when City were attacking, all the forwards of Chelsea were dropping back, the wingers, to help out in defense. Sterling was helping out Chilwell and Cowell, and as well as Palmer was helping out this guy called, what is this called, Gusto and Disasi, and I think it worked so well. In the middle of the point, they did so well to stop Haaland from producing anything meaningful in the game. Should Chelsea have scored more goals? Yes, I do think so. Did they actually? Do you know there are those things that you talk about? You say that a team could be so good in terms of attacking, but a team also can be good in having opportunities to hurt another team, and they don't take that chances. And that's exactly what I felt today. I felt like Chelsea did not take their opportunities to actually get an upper hand over this game. because they had so many chances to hurt this team, to actually get something out of this game and actually win this game, but they did not take their chances. But one thing that they did so perfectly well, and now I have to give some respect to Reece James and the Enzo Fernandez, which was to try by all means to stop Manchester City's midfielders to be deadly as they are. They worked so hard to make sure that not any ball that comes from the middle of the park of Man City only try to come from the wings. And they knew that from the wings, they had taller players who could fight for the balls, to head the balls outside, and you could see the celebration. You know, their performance reminded me of what? If you remember the performance that Liverpool played against Manchester United at Anfield, that every chance that they get, every ball that was going out, they were celebrating like they actually won the game. That's exactly what I was seeing. They were forcing Liverpool not to play in the middle of the park, try to play on the sides, and from the sides they were able to deal with the threats. And I felt like that's exactly what the game plan of this Chelsea squad was. And also they knew that if they can get the opportunities to give their forward the chance to run at this team, they can hurt this Man City team. And they did so. Nicholas Jackson, as much as I felt like he should have scored the first chances, he caused so much chaos going forward. So many times and so many chances that he had, he could have actually hurt Man City. There was a chance that Enzo Fernandez came and took it out of his hand, and he was really frustrated because he knew that they deserved something out of this game. The attacking threat, the way he set his team up, the way he destroyed this team, it was exactly Pochettino-like. It felt like this was exactly what Pochettino can do. And somehow I feel like it's a very good build-up going into the Carabao Cup final, which is coming, playing with the Liverpool, which is one-legged. So if you're a Chelsea fan, you would be loving this one. You'll be loving what's happening right now with your team, because it looks like they've just gotten what we call a new lease of life after what they just did to Man City. They've just got that level of belief that we did not see for such a long time after what they just did. And they can build onto that. They can build something that they can do. And one thing I think what happens with this team, every single time whenever they play a team that is strong, they always try to level their play field. Now, in this game, did they work to the chances? No, really, but they did so well. They deserve to win this game, to be honest. They really did deserve to win this game. Now, let me tell you the problem with Pep Guardiola's tactics. I'm gonna be very clear, and I'm gonna tell you the truth, people. These guys are well drilled that they have to play according to what Pep Guardiola expected them to do in his head. Now you have to put that in the head. What Pep Guardiola expected this Manchester City to do in the game, or whenever they're playing a game, it's exactly what they need to see in the game. How does that affect? And this is very important, because Pep Guardiola expects them to move like what? How does that affect a team whenever they're attacking? There was something that used to happen in the past. If you watch so many games, there were so many problem solvers of players in the ground that when they see that whatever they're doing is not working, they're able to create something for themselves and actually get goals. Today you could see that they had a plan, and their plan was to try and hurt Chelsea from the sides and hope that they put the balls inside in the one way or the other, the chance will stick. And in the very end, it did stick. That deflection helped them to get that draw at the end. But because it's a tactic, they're not allowing these guys to express what they can do, what they can provide. For example, I'm going to give you an example today of the Brentford versus Liverpool game. There was a chance where Diogo Jota had the ball, ran with the ball from the center post, kept going until you actually got into the center of the team. You can't do that under Man City. You are expected to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 passes and pass the ball. You can't run around like what we saw Nicholas Jackson doing for Chelsea. And what am I saying? Giving a player that freedom to do so can surprise a team in terms of how you're going to attack and how your attacking formation could be. What Man City were doing was something that was just a repetition of something. You know, somebody tells me that it's actually kind of crazy that you keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result. And I felt like in most of the chances, that's what was happening with Man City. They kept on repeating the same thing after the same thing, the same thing after the same thing, hoping for a different result. And I felt like at the end, it really did not produce anything. But anyway, they managed to draw the game. I felt like they were gonna lose the game. In fact, I think they deserved to lose the game. We're not being honest, because they had 20-something chances, but of those 20-something chances, they only had 5 shots on target or 4, to Chelsea that had so many chances on target. That's why I said Chelsea should have gotten this game done very, very early. I was just calling those stats, so I'm gonna check them out right now to give you the proper stats. So, like I'm saying, Man City, of course, they're dominating the percentage of the ball. Doesn't win you the game. They had 31 shots, and of those 31 shots, they had 5 shots on target. Of 31 shots, you see what I'm talking about? Everything that they were doing was morely like a pre-planned. They were just listening to what they've been told. They cannot create something for themselves like we have seen Chelsea doing in this game, because Chelsea had 9 shots and then 6 of those were on target. They could have hurt this Man City team, and they deserve to have done that before, to be honest. But the game finished the way it is. But the exciting part about this video is now the title race is heating up. Now the title race is heating up, and I'm gonna try to give you an idea to understand. So I'm gonna move right now to the table as how it's looking like right now. At the moment, at the top, of course, it's Liverpool with 57 points at the top of the league. The one that follows them is Arsenal with 55 points. The one that follows after that, it's Man City with 53 points. So Man City has a game in hand. If they win the next game in hand, which they're playing, I think tomorrow or Tuesday against Brentford, they will move to number 2. No, yeah, they'll move to number 2. 1 point behind Liverpool, because they will be now 56 points. So it means that, like I'm saying, the title race has moved back into the hands of Liverpool. Now Liverpool has to find a way to deal with the pressure that they're going to go through and how to keep putting pressure going forward. Before that, Man City had all the things in their hands. It was just a matter of time before they play that game in hand, and they try to get something at the end of the day. The reason why Liverpool and Luton game has been played early is because they don't want to have that game advantage for all these teams. They want them to be fairly enough so that we can have a fantastic title race of these 3 squads pushing on. Villa are just not really that far. They're 59. Very, very close. They're back in the top 4, by the way. Tottenham Hotspurs have dropped. We're going to talk about them very, very soon because we are really close. But that's what I was saying, that the title race is now gone back in the hands of Liverpool. And in a way, Arsenal, because Arsenal needed City they needed that game in hand of City to not really hurt them that much. And to be honest, after this result, it doesn't really affect them that much. If they continue doing their job, winning their game, it will be an exciting fixture. It will be an exciting title race. We are going to enjoy this one. Now let's talk about this second game that was played today, which is Liverpool 4, Brentford 1. I talked about this thing already, but I think I'm just going to go back a little bit. If you haven't watched, go check out the video that I did. But I'm going to go back more into terms of the injuries that we've just gotten. So it looks like Curtis Jones left the Brentford ground in crutches, wearing that protective boot, as well as Diogo Jota. I haven't really heard so much about it, but what I know is that Darwin Núñez went out as a precautionary. They wanted to protect him. He didn't know how much he could be injured because he was feeling something. So let's hope that we're able to see something at the Luton game, that so many players are back. Cody Gakpo came in and it looked like amazing. Mo Salah back again, and that is bon appetit to me, because you can see when the Egyptian king is in there. It's exciting. Of course, now because of this so many injuries, there is an opportunity of us losing that upper hand we had against Chelsea moving into the final. I am really hoping that we still have a chance to really do some damage, to really do some damage. I'm hoping that we still have the players who can do some damages on this final. But over the game, what a game. We struggled. We really did struggle in the beginning of the game. In fact, the first 25 minutes, it was Brentford all over. They really caused Liverpool so many problems. They could not copy with the Brentford. They kept on dealing with the second balls. We kept on dealing ourselves with the second balls because the pressure that Brentford was putting out to the Liverpool We had no any answers over that, and that was really very, very irritating me. But we were able to find our feet, we were able to find our control, we were able to put our pressure, and we got the victory, people. But I'm not gonna go out of this one without giving some special shout out to players like Darwin Núñez. I talked about this. I said that Darwin Núñez looked like he's a later striker, and I'm hoping that in the moments when he has to score short goals, he gets to a moment of actually thinking before shooting so that he makes a better decision. Not only kicking whenever he can, because kicking we've seen in the Premier League, he has done so much of that, it doesn't work. And today, what we saw with that dink, it was a player who got the ball and actually decided on what to do. The keeper had nothing to do, he just looked at the ball going in. And to make it even more exciting, he had only one shot on target, or in fact, one shot in the game, which was a goal. If he continues doing that, I'm telling you, this guy is one of the worst. That's the one of the worst to be playing against. That's why they call him Captain Chaos, because he brings the chaos every single time he plays. And that's the exciting part about Darwin Núñez. You never know what he gives you, but you are always excited over what he gives. And I was really excited over how he did today. And as well, I need to give some special side to Wataru Endo. The way he controlled the midfield, the way he was stopping these guys from trying to create anything meaningful. It was out of this world. It was perfection at its best. McAllister playing that advanced role, also coming back and helping in defense, was amazing. It felt like we had Dominic Szoboszlai again on that side. It was amazing. And I enjoyed it the most because now I know Gravenberch, I think he was given what we call a free role. He was everywhere. The movement, you could see him on the right, on the left, he was moving. He was just having one of those games. And if, to be honest, if I really think back, I think that's exactly what Curtis Jones was doing as well. Where he got injured, it's not actually the side you'd expect him to be. You'd expect him to be on the side where Virgil van Dijk and Ed Robertson runs from, but he was moving all over. But McAllister seems like he's more central and going back to the other side, helping out with the defense as well, which what Dominic Szoboszlai has been doing as well. But Gravenberch, you could see that he was given that freedom to run, to just roam around, to just run around and do whatever he wanted, and it worked to perfection. It helped the team to produce one of the best performances that we saw today. I really did enjoy it. And let's just hope that he continues doing this because we need him to this level. We need him to be doing so. Connor Bradley, what else can I say about this kid? Every single thing that he's giving me always makes me smile every single time. I'm hoping that he doesn't get injuries. He continues doing what he's doing. And by the way, he was inverting as well, people. I saw him shooting from the center, moving like what he was inverting. I thought he would struggle, but he played it to perfection. It's exciting times right now for Liverpool. Even though with those injuries, it's still exciting times. That's why we're at the top of the league. We are just that good. People are not giving us the credit, but we are just that goddamn good. And I'm hoping that we continue with that. Arsenal played against Burnley, and it was men versus boys. I'm telling you, after watching the first 3 goals, I was like, why am I wasting my time watching this game? And one thing that Arsenal are doing so good, which I saw today, they are stopping teams from getting the ball. They are not allowing teams to have a chance to roam around to put pressure on their defense. They have a way to control the pressure that they receive and put pressure going forward. And it's working so good and it's causing so much chaos. Martin Odegaard is on fire. If people are not talking about him, I don't know what they are watching. Martin Odegaard is on fire. He's causing so much chaos that so many teams cannot deal with the pressure that he's putting to the team. It's exciting to see this kid. It's exciting to see how much he can go forward to do. Alongside, you still have Saka on the other side. You have Martinelli. And one thing that people have to say, we have to admit it, with the Trossard at the top, it's a different Arsenal. It's a different Arsenal. And I'm loving that rotation that they're doing with Kai Havertz, that he can be the one who goes forward and he can be the one going back in the midfield, because it seems like it's working so well that they can hurt any team with whatever they want to do. It's exciting times for this team. And they destroyed. They won a 6-0 at West Ham. And they beat Burnley by 5-0. And to be honest, watching the game, I never thought that Burnley could do anything in the game. And that's how good they were. And the fact that they are rotating the goals among them, that just makes it into perfection. Carver scored a goal, people. That's what we're seeing with this Arsenal. And that's why I'm telling you, the title race is heating up. If Arsenal continues with this form, Man City, with whatever they're giving us, and as well as Liverpool, what they're doing, even though they're not really at their strongest. The best 15 or 14 games left in the Premier League. It's going to be exciting. To be honest, it's going to be exciting. Okay, as we move on to the other one. Aston Villa beat Fulham by 2-1. I said something. I thought it was going to be 2-2, to be honest. Newcastle versus Brentford. In fact, Newcastle versus Bournemouth. To be honest, Bournemouth should have won that game. They had so many chances to hurt this team. Somehow it did not turn out the way they wanted, but they played so well. It was one of those games you want to watch. Nottingham Forest beat the Hammers. Hammers got a red card, and it was just open sesame to the Nottingham Forest team. And they played so well. They really hurt this team to the core. And they did so well. I enjoyed the game. But Tottenham Hotspur versus Wolves was on another different gravy, to be honest. What a performance by Wolves. Pedro Neto. I want Neto to live at Liverpool. Especially if there are rumors that are true that Salah would be leaving Liverpool. I need Neto to be at Liverpool next season. Because Wolves have to sell him, and it's a must if they want to do their financial thing. I'm hoping Liverpool go 100% to get this player. This guy looks so amazing. The way he was hitting Tottenham Hotspur with the pace. And for the first time, I actually felt like Donny van der Ven speed could not do anything. They were in trouble. They could not deal with the pressure that they were dealing with. They could not copy with what they were dealing with. It was one of those games that you would want to rewatch again. Tottenham Hotspur scored early in the second half, and you thought, okay, maybe the team is back. But again, the pressure kept on piling on them, and they lost the game. Not because they were not good, but because the other team was just that goddamn good. And we have to face it as it is. This team was just that goddamn good. They played so well, they put so much pressure, and they knew how to hurt this team, and they did so. And this is exciting. They've taken both home and away points, 6 points against Tottenham Hotspur. And this was a Tottenham Hotspur which was very back to their best. They had all the whole squad which they performed the first 10 games unbeaten. They had the whole entire squad. Maddison was there, Son was there, Richarlison was there, but they just could not copy with the pressure that they were dealing with. What a game we watched. I want to know your thoughts in the comment section, people. There was a lot of things that happened in this week. I've just given you my thoughts on all the games. Click that like button, subscribe to the Connect. What are you expecting? Also, continue drinking this water because it's really hot. Look at how I'm sweating because of the pressure that I'm dealing with. But we're still here to give you the excitingness of the month of the football. And like I said, this is the Football Connect, where football connect emotions. I'll be back again with another one. We still have some games to go to because tomorrow we're going to be watching Sheffield United versus Brighton, Luton versus United, and on Monday, Everton versus Crystal Palace. Like David, subscribe to the Connect. We're out. And on Tuesday, Man City versus Brentford. Wednesday, Liverpool versus Luton. A game that I did not predict, but I'll talk about that. I'm out. Peace. Subscribe to the Connect.